Hi, this is Micornus Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. I want to deal with a wonderful topic that speaks about leaders. And I want to do a comparison between leaders who deliver and leaders who destroy, because these are two different types of leaders. And as a young man, why we teach about this is that you may actually become a greater leader in your life. And you know the passion that we have about you to develop you into greater leader. We want you to be a wonderful leader that you can ever be, to develop your potential to a long way of ability to lead people. So therefore, it is very important that we emphasize that we would love you to become a leader who delivers in everything that you do, instead of leaders that destroy. And I want to start with part one today. I hope this will be in order for you to assist. It will assist you. You will learn out of this, and you will actually be able to apply this to your life and become a leader who delivers instead of a leader who destroys. What is the difference? The first one is that leaders who are delivering, they always share maximum information they can. They always share maximum information they can. So in other words, when they have got subordinates, they don't actually become stingy with information. They don't hide anything from their own people, because you share things that you want people to make the sense out of. Because when you share maximum information, you're giving people option to be able to make decisions, because only through information you will realize that one can make decision. But decisions that people need to make, they need to do what we call informed decisions, because informed decisions can only come out of enough information shared. Now, leaders that deliver, generally, they would actually not be stingy or will not hide any information. They'll expose people to information. And the reason why they do that generally is because they themselves have got nothing to hide. They are transparent. They are exposed to their own people, so that they can be able to allow their people, as I said, to make informed decisions, and to be able also to articulate things based on information. And that is why it's very important. Now, as a young man, I want to emphasize that you need, when you lead people, to be able to share as maximum information as possible to your people, to your subordinates, to the people that you are leading, so that they can be able to participate in what you're doing. Remember, also as a leader, generally you are a visionary. And if you are having people that are supporting you in your vision, you're going to need to share things with them. You're going to need to be clear about what you're doing, so that they can be aware of what is going on, so that they can be able to support you where they need to support you. This is very important. And I'm sure we've seen that many people are actually hiding information, and therefore they blame people when things are not done. Because remember that people will do things only when they've got enough information, particularly to know what will be the implications after deciding a decision of this sort. And this is very important. Now, I want to emphasize this. As a young man, please give as much information as possible. Now, we have seen the people that are not good leaders, of course, leaders who destroy. They destroy because they give minimal information. And I've said that when you give minimal information, people are making decisions that are not informed at all. People make decisions that may look okay now, but if they had enough information, they would have not made such decisions, and they would have not made such mistakes. But they've made mistakes purely because they were not privy to information. And I want you to be aware of that as a young man, because that will develop actually success out of everything that you do. It will be able to also empower your people when they've got information, because information empowers. Information makes people to believe in themselves. Information brings knowledge, and people that are knowledgeable, they're able to articulate things with confidence. And I must emphasize this, because this is very important. You're denying your people of the confidence that they need when you are not able to give them enough information. And that is leaders who destroy. You're destroying the people. You're destroying the vision that you have. You're destroying everything that you're doing when you are not giving information and enough information to your own subordinates. And that is the reason why we see leaders like that, destroying their own visions. I want to also emphasize that leaders who deliver, they use their power mindfully and always very vigilantly. And why we want to emphasize that? Because you will realize that those that destroy, they use their power thoughtlessly, and most of the time carelessly. Most of the time they're destroying people through the power. And people that destroy generally are people that are power conscious. They want to control, they want to drive people, they want to actually manipulate people. But people or leaders that are delivering are those that are able to actually be careful of where to use power and where not. And that is why you'll realize that people that are good leaders, the leaders that are delivering generally, they become friends to their people in a good way. I'm talking about they become very close to their people. They become approachable as well. So therefore, the sort of power, they're not too much obsessed about power, because they know that you need to influence the people instead of manipulating them with power. You don't need to remind people at all times that you are the head, that you are the leader, that you are the most powerful person. You don't need to remind your subordinates at all times. People that are good leaders, people that actually build and deliver, are actually more conscious about influencing people, not actually manipulating them. So therefore, they will live by example, number one, and they become people that are exemplary in everything that they do. And they would actually share skills and develop the other people without a problem of thinking that people will take over from them. Because leaders that are destroying are those that are forever fearful that somebody will take over from them. And when you start to become fearful, you're not going to empower people, because you're afraid that if you empower them, you're going to see them taking over from you. But can I emphasize that there's nobody who is actually taking over from you? Empower the people. Because when you empower the people, you're actually giving them resources to be able actually to make decisions of their own, and so that they can be able also to participate in the projects that you're doing and be able to articulate them well. And so that they can actually help you as well to carry the burden of this vision, and be able for you to have people that will carry the burden with you. You having people that will actually help you to succeed and make this particular vision to be successful as well. Now, you cannot be power conscious all the time. And we have seen people that are controlling, that when you control, you'll find that even the most skillful people, even those people that are more loyal, they become disloyal in your leadership. And sometimes also, they would actually gather together with other people, and they'll start devising measures of how do they stand against you. Now, instead of getting people that are cooperating to you as a leader, you'll realize that people start becoming resistant to you. Why? Because you're too conscious about power, you're too obsessed about power, and you're actually oppressing people. The more you oppress people, the more they repel you. The more you oppress people, the more they don't want to work for you. The more you oppress people, the more they don't want to align with you. And this is very key, that you become careful. Because leaders who deliver are actually not knowing everything generally, but they train people, or they actually gather people that know a lot, and they use those people to actually articulate everything, or to project everything that is supposed to be projected, and to actually implement the things or strategies with their skills. So therefore, when you are threatened by your own people, you're going to restrict them from becoming initiative or to become innovative as well. And as a result, they will keep quiet when they're supposed to be speaking. I must emphasize this, that if you see your most smart people keeping quiet more and not speaking, you must know something is wrong. It's because you're oppressing them with your power. Now, people that are conscious about power as leaders, they become dictators, and not anyone in this world will tolerate dictatorship. And that is why your own people that are subordinates to you, when you actually use dictatorship to them, they become rebellious. And I want to emphasize that be careful of that. and be a leader that delivers, not a leader that destroys, because you will destroy by your own approach. And be careful of that. Be exemplary, be influential to the people by influencing them, not actually forcing them to do things that they would not like to do. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus Phokane. Remember, this was part one of this great topic, and we'll continue with this topic going forward. And I hope that you will learn out of it. You'll join us as we do part two tomorrow. Remember also just to subscribe to our socials, YouTube channel, and be able as well to visit our Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum. And please like that page. Make sure that you click the notification button as well, that everything that we post as a teaching in this regard, you'll learn out of it and be able to join us tomorrow as we deal with part two. So please allow me to say cheers for now.